Hello everyone, Xeno What If here. Bring in part 1 of What If Reds and Blues goes to Remnant. Link down description of the fanfiction of this What If. Listen here YouTube. I do not own anything and this is not a scam. Chapter 1, Aftermath. Tucker's monologue. Premise. Sometimes the things we want must be set aside for other things. Man, born of dust, claimed to be the greatest creation of the gods, the ability to choose between right and wrong. Men, born from war, used by the broken and depressed, soon to be cast aside like a failed experiment. But no, we aren't a failed experiment. We are born for the ashes of Project Freelancer, cleansed of our sins. We are, the Reds and Blues. POV change, the Reds and Blues. Outpost 48A, High Ground, 2554. It was several weeks after the Reds and Blues defeated the Meta, and said goodbye to teams RWBY and JNPR. They were going to head back to their home at Outpost 17B, also known as Valhalla. The thing was, the two teams' Hornets didn't have a full gas tank, forcing them to land. They were now taking refuge in an old freelancer simulation outpost, which was actually occupied by an old friend of theirs, Leonard Church. Red Team leader Sarge, and Blue Team members Lavernius Tucker, and Agent Washington were sitting in the base's conference room looking through several papers. Operation Rosebud huh? Wash questioned as he looked through the papers. What is the mission exactly? To find Team RWBY. Sarge replied, they helped us out twice Wash. First in Blood Gulch, and second in stopping the Meta. Tucker then continued, once we get back to Valhalla, we'll start drawing up specs for our own teleporter. As per the blueprints Sarge already drew up. Wash looked at the blueprints, studying them carefully. Alright, he said, putting the notes down, I'm in. What about the others? Well, you can bet your ass that Caboose in on this shit. Tucker replied, Sarge just needs to ask Griff and Simmons. I'll go talk to those idiots right now, Sarge said to them. Suddenly, they heard a loud scream coming from outside, causing them all to get up from their seats and investigate the situation. A few minutes earlier, Griff and Simmons stood on the guard tower of High Ground, overlooked the beach line, and path up to the base entrance. Hey, Simmons aide to his friend. Yeah, Griff muttered. You ever wonder why we're here? Simmons asked him. It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it? Griff replied, why are we here? I mean, are we the product of some cosmic coincidence, or is there really a god watching everything? You know, with a plan for us and stuff. I don't know, man, but it keeps me up at night. The two stared at one another for a total of 2 minutes before Simmons responded. What? Simmons asked, I meant why are we at High Ground and not at Valhalla? Oh, Griff muttered, well, you can blame the UNSC guys for not putting in a full tank of gas in those Hornets we stole. Good point. Simmons replied, Sarge said he's been using pieces of the two crafts to build 2 jeeps for both teams. I know that. Griff said to them, we passed by them before coming up here. If they're already built, why haven't we left? Simmons asked. Sarge has been talking with the Blues about something. Griff explained, maybe they're surrendering again or some shit. The two then heard the sound of a twig cracking. Did you just hear something? Yeah, I just did. What the fuck is that? Griff muttered. What's what? Simmons replied. That thing on your head. Griff replied, is blue and glowing. Is it a spider? Simmons asked, get it off. Kaboom. Wash, Sarge, and Tucker ran out of the base to find Caboose standing and looking at something. Caboose, what's going on? Wash asked the blue soldier. Oh, hey Wash. Caboose said to him, we have a guest. Mr. Simmons and Griff are trying to fetch her coat. Huh, Tucker muttered before he looked at Griff and Simmons. The two soldiers were being beaten up by some soldier in cyan armor. Griff was in a headlock, while Simmons was being stomped on by the cyan soldier's foot. Why won't you just kill us? Griff cried. Stop. Wash shouted at the soldier, Carolina. Stop, now. The soldier, now revealed to be named Carolina, stopped hurting the two upon hearing Wash's voice. Hello Agent Washington, she said in a no-nonsense tone, long time no see. Indeed. Wash replied in the same tone, you're supposed to be dead. And you're supposed to be in jail. Carolina retorted. Touché. Wash said, what are you doing here? Is there somewhere we can talk in private? she asked, somewhere away from these guys. Wash took her inside, where she explained to him that she found the location of Epsilon, the last surviving AI fragment of the Alpha, who locked himself in the Epsilon unit to save his friend and last memory of Agent Texas. He was being held at the UNSC archives, and now Carolina needed to get him out, as she believed that Epsilon knew the location of the director of Project Freelancer, Dr. Leonard Church. Are you sure getting him out is a good idea? Wash asked her. Church was pretty clear that he wanted to go into the memory unit. I don't care, Carolina replied. I need him. Epsilon may be my only lead in finding the director. I need your help in getting him out. And what about my team? Wash asked about the Reds and Blues. They'll be coming with us obviously, Carolina replied. Are you sure that's a good idea? Wash asked. They kinda already had plans. What plans do they have? Carolina questioned. How to steal a flag. No. They are, and will be coming with us, whether they like it or not. Wash sighed in defeat. Fine, I'll go rally the troops, boss. Good. I'll be waiting. Tucker's monologue. Carolina's sudden reappearance had us change our plans. We never got to see the kids again. Not for a while. And in their absence came new adventures. Chorus, the Blues and Reds, time travel, gods, all the shit. Including personnel loss. Church's final death wasn't in vain. It pushed us further, made us who we are today. It made us stronger, bolder, crazier, almost insane. But we aren't the same people from that backwater canyon we call home. But now, we're tired of waiting, tired of hoping they return. We owe them big time, we have our own debt to pay. Now, we bring the fight and adventure to them. Chapter 2, A New Adventure. Planet Iris, Chorus System, 2555. POV, Michael J. Caboose. Premise. A new adventure begins for the Reds and Blues as they go to meet an old friend. The sun swept over the cliffs of Iris as a new day had begun. Its brightness radiated off the lake, causing it to almost seemingly glow. A lone soldier, clad in blue armor, sat on the cliff with his draped over the side. However, he wasn't looking at the rising sun, instead he was admiring a pendant that he had. The pendant is that of a silver rose, which was connected to a chain that was around his neck. The soldier kept admiring the pendant until a voice pulled him back into reality. Hey Caboose, the voice said. The soldier, now identified as Caboose, turned around and saw a soldier like him. Except his armor was an aqua color, and had a different helmet. Hey Tucker. Caboose replied, is everything ready? Yeah, Tucker answered, just waiting for you. Caboose got up and walked towards him. Then let's get going. He put the pendant away and went off with Tucker. The two then walked back to the base near the lake. So what were you doing? Tucker asked him. Caboose shrugged, just enjoying the sun I guess. Really? Tucker questioned, cause I couldn't help but notice the pendant around your neck. Caboose stopped walking and spoke, I just really miss them. Tucker rolled his eyes behind his helmet. Look, I miss them too, but I don't think they're coming back. It's been a whole year for us, who knows how long it's been for them. Last time it was 2 years though. Caboose countered. That does matter now. Tucker retorted, maybe it's time we move on. Besides, Weiss probably destroyed their teleporter when she got the chance. Well, you're not wrong on that theory. Caboose replied. The two continued walking back to their base. Without saying another word. POV change. Dexter Griff. Griff was inside the Reds and Blues, Pelican, talking on the phone with his sister Cacania, and his mom. So how's the new apartment? Griff asked them, is it better than the trailer park? It's awesome bro. Kai replied, 4 bedrooms. 2 bathrooms with fancy toilets. A break room. It has everything. How did you afford it, sweetie? Mrs. Griff asked him. I might have used some of my pension I got while working with the UNSC. Griff explained, Simmons helped as well. Well, I should send you guys something in return, she replied, causing them to laugh. Griff then spoke in a more serious tone. Hey, I just wanna say that I'm sorry that I left you guys. He said, I needed structure in my life. You don't need to apologize. She replied, I've been a weight on you and your sister's lives. Look where you are now, living the dream, a hero. Your father would be proud, though he'd probably say some bullshit since he'd be drunk from whiskey. Well, you're not wrong there. Griff quipped, causing them to laugh. I gotta go. We have a business trip. Alright, see you bro. Kai replied, I'll be joining you guys tomorrow. Griff then ended the call, and left the cockpit. He joined his own team just as Tucker and Caboose returned. Was that Kai? Simmons asked. Her and Mom. Griff replied, by the way, she says thank you for the apartment. Simmons nodded at him. While this was happening, Carolina was putting a needle into Wash's neck, and ejected a medicine into it. How's it feeling today? She asked him. Better than before. Wash replied dryly, sucks though that I have to have constant medications every day. That medication was the best Simmons and I could create. Doc spoke up, besides, there is no treatment for cerebral hypoxia. I like to pay a visit to the doctors. O'Malley added, make sure they pay for not discovering a treatment. Sarge then spoke up, is everyone ready? Yeah. Sure. Whatever. Let's go. About time. Alright, let's move. Sarge said, as everyone started to board the Pelican. Griff and Sarge took their seats in the cockpit. With Griff as the pilot, and Sarge as the co-pilot. Everyone else sat in the back troop section. Griff then got the radio and started to speak in the funny tone, ladies, gentlemen, robots, and donut. This is your captain speaking. I hope you all enjoy our flight from Iris to Chorus today. Please note that this is a 30-minute flight, so no refreshments will be available. If you do get hungry, we have a communal jar of peanut butter that you can stick your fingers in. Please have a safe flight. HMPH, some flight attendant. Simmons joked. Hey, wait till you see the new ride we got. Sarge replied, I heard it's top of the model. Riff fired up the engines and the Pelican took off, leaving Iris atmosphere, and now was in the cold vacuum of space. Attention all passengers, said Griff, prep for slipspace jump. A portal appeared in front of the Pelican, and the ship was sucked inside. After a half an hour, the Pelican exited slipspace, and found itself in orbit of Chorus. Griff flew towards the planet, passing its orbital defense system, and now was in the lower atmosphere. A voice then came over the comms, this is Chorus Control Tower, please identify yourself. Sarge then answered, this Colonel Sarge, me and my team are here to speak with Kimball. Understood. The voice replied, you know where to land. Sarge then got off the comms and looked down at Griff, take us in dirtbag. Griff replied by flying in the direction of New Harmonia, the capital of Chorus. The city was almost immediately after the war on Chorus ended. This was done by assistance from the UNSC, but funds were cut during the incident involving the Blues and Reds. The Pelican flew over the city, past Donald Doyle General Hospital, and towards the Chorus Parliament building. A landing pad was on top which was occupied by Vanessa Kimball, and the lieutenants, and even Dr. Gray. Griff landed the Pelican and dropped its loading ramp, allowing everyone to step out. Hey Kimball. Tucker said to her, how's the boring world of politics? Busy as ever. She replied, it's good to see you all again. Same here. Wash spoke up. Ah, Agent Washington. Dr. Gray shouted, how's the neck doing? It hurts AF. Wash replied, the memory flashes are getting a little more frequent than usual. What about that medicine, Simmons and Doc made for you? She questioned. It works. Wash replied, but it seems weaker anytime I use it. I see. Gray muttered, well you should be happy to hear that I have been working round the clock in finding a suitable cure for that cerebral hypoxia of yours. I hope you find it soon. Carolina said to her. Ahem. Kimball spoke up, shall we take this conversation inside? Agreed. Sarge replied, this meeting is gonna be a little tense. Everyone started to walk inside, as this was happening. Smith started talking to Caboose. Captain Caboose, I am so glad that you are here, he said to him. Aw thanks. Caboose replied, we haven't been traveling because of that whole paradox thing last month, sorry about that. That's okay. Smith replied, I see you still got that pendant of yours. Caboose realized that he kept the pendant outside of his armor, and quickly put it back. Yeah. Caboose replied, it's like a good luck charm. Well, I hope you get to see that girlfriend of yours. Smith said to him, she sounds very nice. Yeah. Pav change. Kimball's office. Everyone was now sitting in Kimball's office, conversing about the specific topic the Reds and Blues came here for. I trust you all a lot. Kimball said to them, you have fought for us, and died for us. But in all honesty, I am having trouble trusting you all right now. We will keep an eye on him. Wash replied, he'll be right under our thumb. Do you have an idea what he has done to this planet? Kimball retorted, what he has done to me, and my people. We know. Griff replied, we were there. Look, we understand your concern, Kimball. Carolina said to her old friend, but we owe him for saving us. He even delivered Wash to chorus. Saved us from the Blues and Reds. Just give him a chance. Even though he's a bastard. Sarge added. Kimball sighed, alright, we will put him on parole. He will be in your care, and your supervision. If he proves himself worthy, then I will accept him as one of your own. Alright, Wash replied, can we go see him? Right this way. Pav change. Chorus Federal Prison. A police guard escorted Kimball, Tucker, Sarge, Wash, and Carolina through the prison. Passing by numerous prisoners in their cells. They were soon in an interrogation room that was white with a black floor, with a metal table and chairs. Wait here, the officer said, I'll be back with the prisoner. A few minutes went by until the officer came back with the prisoner, who was clad in dark gun-metal gray armor with white and green accents. His helmet was off as well, revealing his face. He had light medium brown skin, brown eyes, and semi-long black hair. Mr. Ortez, the guard said to him, you have guests. Kimball then spoke up, hello Locus. Ma'am. Locus replied, he then noticed Wash. Agent Washington. He said, it appears you are doing fine. How's the neck? It's a pain but we're getting there. Wash replied, how's life on the inside? Boring as ever. Locus shrugged, but I get why I am in here. Not anymore. Kimball said to him, Locus, you are being paroled under my authorization. The Reds and Blues will be your supervisors for now until your parole is complete. Which is only a week or so. Are there any restrictions? Locus asked. Kimball muttered. She then looked at the Reds and Blues, do you have any restrictions? Right. Wash muttered, Locus will be given a position on Red Team, and must be with another member of the Reds and Blues if necessary. Other than that, nothing else. Kimball nodded, alright then, he's all yours. She then turned to the officer, go get all of Locus' belongings, ship included. Yes ma'am, he replied and left. Later, the officer got all of Locus' belongings, which included his helmet, a pistol, shotgun, sniper rifle, and the key from the temple on Chorus. The lieutenants were busy trying to get Locus' ship, the RWBY, out of storage for him to use. The group was now making their way back to their own ship, when they were stopped by a voice from one of the numerous prison cells. Hey look who it is, the fucktard UNSC loyalist. The voice cursed at them. They turned around to see none other than Mark Temple and the remaining Blues and Reds standing in their cell. Temple. Tucker said dryly, how's prison bitch? Oh I'll be out soon. Temple replied, so these are the Blues and Reds? Locus questioned. You never met them? Wash asked him. No. Locus replied, the officers refused to put us in the time schedules. Isn't that the man who why wiped out all of Chorus population? Temple questioned, you must have huge balls to trust that guy. We trust him like one of our own. Sarge replied, and he could pop you all down with a finger twitch. Hey, I like to see him try. Temple muttered darkly. All right enough. Kimball spoke up, don't listen to him guys, let's keep moving. Everyone made their way towards the exit as Temple shouted, I'll see you all in hell. Sure. Sarge shouted back, when you get there. Tell Surge we said hi. He was the only good soldier out of all of you bastards. Loco 2. Pav change. Landing platform. Oh hey Locus. Caboose shouted, as the group returned, how was prison? Fine, I guess. He replied dryly. Missed you partner. Griffey jokingly said to the former merc, causing him to groan slightly. So is this situation where we welcome Locus but secretly have our fingers on the triggers of our rifles? Simmons asked. No. Carolina replied, we have him on parole. Once it's complete, he can leave if he chooses. I may not leave by the way. Locus added his 2 cents. I'm fine with. Griff replied. Finally we get a green soldier. Lopez spoke up. Alright, everyone on the ship. Wash said, let's go home. Everyone boarded the Pelican, with the exception of Locus and Griff, who boarded the RWBY. Both ships took off, and departed Chorus for Iris. And this is the end of part 1 of this What If. Do not forget to leave a comment down below, subscribe to this channel.